So it's the same when you're working in a facility, that people will do this automatically. So they've got a set process of how they do things, and to physically stop and think about each stage is hard.
Don't forget to come back down for that.
Yeah.
To do a little dance.
All right, so question one.
Are
Are we ready to go? Had our coffees and our cups of tea and something on the tummy.
Is slide 6. Are we doing the...
All right, so do you want to read out the question?
The Food Act 1984 is a federal act which all state territory acts are based on. Some of the items they cover are...
All right, so
page 6. Oh, page 2, sorry. Page 2, slide 6.
yeah,
The Victorian Legislation Act. Yeah.
Brood and beverage handling services. Is that right?
Preparation,
Yes.
storage.
so it covers things like
Food, beverage handling.
yeah, so food storage and transportation.
Yeah.
So you can't put an animal carcass in the back of your car and go off and sell it to someone.
Oh, right.
All right. So it also covers meat and meat premises. These are the high risk foods. Covers things like packaging and labelling.
Storage and track processing.
Yeah.
Cleaning practices. Covers.
How many answers do we need on
Oh,
these?
yeah, okay, so you're
Yeah.
saying Victorian.
Some of you don't need all of them. It's only a little box.
Mm-hmm.
You can write a dossier on it if you like.
Essay if you like.
Right.
All right, question 2. Environmental health officers, so EHOs.
Page 3, number 8.
Who normally has EHOs?
Councils?
Councils?
Councils.
Yep. Mostly councils. They will police Food Safety Act on behalf of the state government. They work sort of hand in hand with the state authorities.
So local councils?
Yep.
Who?
So what some of their duties under the law would be?
Or they-
What can they do if you
Shut
breach?
it down?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Shut
have
you down?
Can enter
Yeah.
a property at any time.
Yeah, enter the property at any time to do a safety audit on the food.
So, there's 3 authorities.
That would be like health inspectors?
Yeah, that's exactly who they are. But they've gotten themselves a nice new name now called Environmental Health Officers.
Yeah.
They've even got an acronym now too.
No, you want to say
Yeah,
oh,
well,
EH.
we call that friend in our language.
Mr. Friend?
Yes.
Yeah, they can also have the right to interview staff and management about their health, their food safety,
They can go randomly any time of the day.
any time of the day or
without
night.
notice.
Yeah, without notice.
Yeah.
So what was the 3?
There's
three
local
authorities?
councils, are there others?
Council, EH.
Hang on, one at a time.
So local councils,
Yeah.
environmental health officers, is that like another one?
No, they're the same people.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
so the
So
question
the answer
says
to the
list
question
3.
2 is what can they do?
Yeah, so it's
So they can,
page
No.
3.
It only says there's 3
There's
authorities.
three authorities.
Doesn't
That's it.
It's the
Oh, 3 authorities means their power.
yes, what are their powers that they can do?
Yeah.
what they can
Alright.
do under them.
Yeah.
So there's not 3 different types of
Yeah.
powers,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
one power,
Just
and their superpowers are,
It's not authorities
at
as
any
in-
time.
Shut down.
Examples.
It's what power they have,
what can
not
they do?
the
So,
Yeah.
powers that be. Yeah, I know it's
Enter
confusing.
property at any time.
yeah,
Collect samples for testing.
Yeah.
Or take photographs.
They
Yeah.
actually offer the same thing.
Shut you down.
Yeah.
shut you down,
Yeah.
Word
Do-
properly.
do random inspections.
Yeah.
They can interview staff and management.
Get it now.
Yeah, I thought it was three.
No, there's no
Three
three
authorities,
authorities.
yeah.
Groups,
It starts off with the State Act. They pass that obligation onto the councils to do the policing. Those people are called environmental health officers.
In fact, at the time we had a fast food business, we had a butcher shop, we had a business.
The next day.
Yeah, well, that's
And
good.
they just come in and any time of the day, and they would always, not always, but more than likely, the time was busy,
Yeah.
always on the busy.
Oh, they always know,
So
because they want to pick you at your stress points.
Yeah.
You know, when they think you're going to make a mistake.
Mm.
When you're staring your hair.
Yeah.
When you're
All
cussing.
right. Question 3. List 5 occasions when you should wash your hands. Surely you're not going to look
Yeah,
this
you
up.
don't have to look at the
Surely.
slide. Yeah. After being to the toilet,
Thank you.
You have to say
before
the
and
right
after
thing
food.
though, don't you? Exactly.
You'll be surprised though if it's not in there.
Well, I don't teach common sense. I hope that you have brought that with you.
You know,
I've got to have the right
we
answers.
thought, yeah. We thought if it doesn't
My
matter.
common sense,
Sorry,
sometimes my
common
common
sense
sense
is
is
another
another
class.
Yeah.
And you have to pay twice as much to enter that
Oh, no,
class.
page 6, number 18.
There we go, page 6, number 82.
Before and after, I can't get it on here, before and after.
Was that page 6,
So it
is
could
it?
be before you eat, after you have a ciggy at break.
Before seeing your client and
Yep.
after, and after finishing it,
Okay, we're not.
When you're working in a facility, there's
Yeah.
some rules that they've got to abide by. For example, floor staff cannot go into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Why? Because floor staff are covered in residents' germies. So you can't have, exactly, cross-contamination. It's no different than putting a raw chicken on a breadboard.
Absolutely.
Yes,
As we discussed last week, cross-contamination of the trolleys. So before you shift, after you've blown your nose, brushed your hair, brushed your teeth, gone to the toilet, freshened up,
touching your hair.
applied your lipstick, pop that zit on your face, whatever.
Blowing your nose.
Alright, next question. Question 4. What temperature is known as the danger zone?
Between
5 and 6.
60 degrees.
5 and 60 degrees. Why is it the danger zone?
It all breathes.
Comes alive.
Well, they're not too, it's not too hot. It's not hot
Yeah,
enough. and
it's
not
the
cold
Goldilocks, you know,
Yeah.
it's not too hot, it's not too cold,
Yeah.
you know, where Mr. Salmonella and Mr. Listeria will grow
Yeah.
and multiply.
It's not hot enough and it's not cold enough. Okay.
All right. Question 5. Hot food must be kept above what temperature?
60 degrees. Hang on. What did I see, 75?
No.
What did
No,
I-
above
60,
60,
yeah.
yep. Cold food must be below,
5.
well done,
Frozen 15.
Minus 15.
minus
Minus
15.
15.
Yeah.
Sorry.
15.
All right, this will test you. Ready?
Is it 4 hours?
Question 6.
2 hours,
Food
isn't it?
can be kept at room temperature a maximum of
2 hours.
2 hours.
4.
2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3. Okay. We're not full?
Because that's after.
Because once full, you get to 4, that's it.
Right. Further.
Yeah, it's moving itself across the bench.
Something grew underneath it.
A lot of things that people don't realise about food, even fresh food, you know, they assume because it's fresh, it's clean. It's not. Especially things like watermelons and cantaloupes and those sort of things. You If you get a watermelon from the supermarket, you need to wash the outside of it
Yeah.
with soapy water and give it a good scrub.
Yeah.
Rinse it off, then cut it.
I avoid getting the pre-cut ones
Yeah,
too. I try and
yeah,
avoid
because
that.
you've got
Yeah.
some
Don't know
people
who's
with
cut
those
it.
kid at Coles
Yeah,
hacking away with it, that has
Yeah.
used it, the
Yeah.
same,
knife for
you
the
know,
chicken.
machete that is used on the pumpkin.
Yeah.
But any of those items, like for example, watermelon is known to have listeria growing on the outside of it, which is a naturally forming bacteria that sits on the ground and is fine sitting on the ground, but when you eat it, it's not too good for you.
Yeah.
So that's why you've got to make sure that you clean the outside. Same with,
You're not eating the outside
it doesn't matter, because as soon as you put a
You
knife
touch it,
through it, you've
yeah.
pulled the knife through the skin and into the flesh.
though. Makes sense.
Same with cantaloupe.
I should be dead.
Look, we should all be dead.
That's your
No,
natural,
I don't have an eye, but I don't know.
Does anyone know how to test eggs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
water.
Yeah. Water.
Flow